Hey guys, Sean T. Phillips here. Just got to see Monsters University, which is the prequel to Monsters Incorporated. Now, Monsters Incorporated is always one of my top favorite Pixar films, but my all-time favorite is always WALL-E. That's just one that I really, really love. Everything about that, the story, you know, the outcome to it. I just thought it was a really... The thing I liked about it, too, was... even though it was like a kid's movie, I thought it went over a lot of kids' heads. You know, Monsters Incorporated was one, though, that was, you know, for kids and adults. This one's a little bit more kiddish, I would say, than the first one. And I would say it's a good movie, but it's not better than Monsters Incorporated. The Monsters Incorporated had a lot of heart to it, and kind of was like just like a beautiful, really... just like a heartfelt film with a lot of really memorable sequences, memorable scenes. This one was good, but did not have the same feeling to it. You know what I mean? To me, it just didn't. I liked it, though. I really did like it. It's about, though, the two main characters, you know, going to Monster University to train to be scarers and kind of the things that happen. And Billy Crystal's character, you know, it opens with him as a little kid going to, you know, where they do all the scaring, you know, with the doors and everything like that. And him having the dream of being a scarer, because he's kind of like the kid that everybody, you know, gives kind of problems to, and he's like the smaller kid and things like that. So his dream is to be a scarer, because one of the people there gives him a hat and says, "Oh, I went to Monsters University, and that's where I learned everything I learned." So he always wants to go there. So when he's older, it's him going to Monsters University, meeting John Goodman's character, and kind of all the problems that happen and them kind of not getting along, and, you know, the things that happen and bunking together. And it ultimately, though, is about something that happens in the scare games. That's one thing, though, I notice when there's movies about colleges. It's amazing how many times they involve, like, the triathlon or the games. You know, it's not a bad thing, but it happens so much, you know, those kind of things. And I didn't dislike it. I liked the stuff. Some of my favorite stuff in this was the one game they played with these kind of things they have to dodge, or they kind of swell up. And the stuff, the sorority, the fraternity group that they're with was kind of good. But like I said, though, to me, I think it's worth seeing. I will say, though, the 3D, I didn't notice too much with the 3D. Like, I didn't feel like there was much coming out. Kind of gave it some depth. But I would say with this one, you know, like out of some of the newer 3D things I've seen that really have a lot of stuff happening, to me, this one is not one you would have to see in 3D. You know, if you want to see it in 3D, but it doesn't add a whole ton to it. Like I said, it adds some depth and things like that. But this is one of those movies, too, where you can't really say too much about it because the trailers didn't show a whole lot, so I don't want to ruin anything about it. But all I'm going to say, though, pretty much is if you like Monsters Incorporated, I think you'd like this. Like I said, though, it doesn't have as much of the heart to it that the original did. It has that kind of vibe of kind of making a follow-up, which is a prequel, though. I kind of would rather have seen a sequel, which was, you know, them later and then going back to see Boo from the original. And I don't know, to me, I would rather have seen that. I think a lot of people would probably have rather seen that. I just don't know how well it would have worked and how much that they could have done with that plot. But I would definitely say it's worth seeing. Out of stars for this, you know, the first one to me is a 5. This one's probably 3.5. 3.5, 4. It's still very, very good, and I really did like it. I really liked, too, the short in the beginning. I thought it was a very good short. I thought, too, it's amazing where animation is coming to the point where they can really make it look real, like it's not animation. I thought that was pretty cool, and it kind of shows you where it's, you know, these kind of movies I think are going. Anyway, though, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and for subscribing. Definitely let me know what you thought of Monsters University below, and I'll see you guys later.